What's up, crazy fam? Hope you guys are having an amazing day as always. And ladies and gentlemen, today we're gonna take a look at some new, beautiful, badass fragments that came with the season of the Splicer. And this will make your life so much easier when it comes to double 100 stats and triple 100 stats, right? Because you pretty much get free stat increases thanks to these fragments. Obviously, double 100 stats are gonna be even easier than triples, but this will help with both. As mentioned in this video, we're just gonna go over these new fragments. However, if you're looking for in-depth information about armor pieces, stats, and stat distribution you're looking for in order to achieve double 100 and triple 100 stat builds, I will drop the links to those videos in the description. And as the video goes on, I will also show you how this fragment affected my other triple 100 stat builds and just made all of them so much better. So now if you guys remember this setup right here with the Oath Keepers, this one right here was not triple 100 stats. It was only at 96 intellect, and then we obviously had max recovery and max mobility, and our resilience was also only tier 2. Now, thanks to this fragment right here that I picked up right pretty much when the season launched, I jumped into it. I started farming all of these, and yes, it was buggy. I was getting disconnects, but we got it done. And this is the one right here, Whisper of Conduction, plus 10 resilience and plus 10 intellect. Nearby stasis shards track to your position. Guys, keep in mind, if you are a Titan main, then this one right here is gonna be even better. Because in my humble opinion, having max resilience, max intellect, and max recovery on a Titan is the right way to go. But as mentioned, if you like other stats more than those, you can try to get those to max. That's just my opinion, right? However, even on a Warlock or a Hunter, this is going to be super valuable because you get two stats that get a plus 10 increase as soon as you equip this fragment. And keep in mind, we also have Whisper of Chains. While you are near frozen targets or a friendly stasis crystal, you take reduced damage from targets, and this one gives you plus 10 recovery. So right here, just with these two fragments, we get an increase of 10 for 3 different stats, which is just crazy, guys. That's amazing. So if you're trying to get any double 100 stats or triple 100 stats, these fragments are the ones you want to have. This is the new one as mentioned, Whisper of Conduction. And not only because of stats, but even if you look at the perk itself, this will give you the ability to make some really cool builds when it comes to those stasis shards, right? And there is another one that also gives you an overshield once you pick up these shards. And all of these can make some amazing builds. I'm already working on some of them, so stay tuned. But you know, it just takes time. I also need to get some sleep, man. I'm pretty tired. But overall, I feel like these new fragments are gonna be very interesting. Now, this is the other fragment that I picked up. This one was Whisper of Rending. Kinetic weapons do increase damage to stasis crystals and frozen targets. Keep in mind that just some time ago, they nerfed our damage that we were doing to frozen enemies with kinetic weapons, right? So this one right here, I'm gonna be doing a lot of tests on this, but this already seems very good because when you get that freeze, you want them dead as soon as possible. And if you don't have special ammo, and if you're only spamming those kinetic shots, it can take some time, and meantime somebody just pushes you and kills you. So this one can be pretty interesting. I will be testing this one out also. But for me personally, the main thing you want to be running obviously in any build is Hedrons, because you get a free buff for that damage, and that in any case, guys, is super valuable in PvP. As for the rest, I am gonna start off with Whisper of Chains and Whisper of Conduction. And also, guys, there's just so much freezing happening everywhere that taking reduced damage from targets can be pretty useful. The only thing I'm gonna swap that out for me as a hunter is Whisper of Durance. Slow from your abilities lasts longer. For those abilities that linger, their duration will also increase. And this is really strong because we are running this one right here, Winter Shroud. Dodging slows nearby targets, and every time you slow those targets, the slow lasts longer. So for me, Whisper of Durance is also really cool. But as mentioned, I'm gonna start off with this combo and then move on, and if needed, swap it out for Whisper of Durance. Now let me show you how this affected some of the other builds that were already at triple 100 stats, okay? because it can make it even better, just so much better. If we take a look at the build with the Dragon Shadow, now you see that our intellect is 113, mobility and recovery are also maxed out, and we are at tier 3 resilience, which means that we can take off one of the intellect mods and invest in resilience. That would take it all the way to tier 4. And I feel like, honestly, like these fragments just make all these builds so much more accessible. So if you're trying to get those double 100 builds, trust me, get these fragments, start working on it. This just makes your life so much easier, guys. And especially if you don't have powerful friends, this is the way to go. They really need to do something about the light subclasses, because so many things are happening for the stasis builds. There's just no reason to start working on a light subclass. Even the supers get frozen so easily. You know what I mean? There's just no reason to try and invest and make those builds when you get fragments like these every season. It's absolutely crazy. So I hope they remake the light subclasses and make it way more viable, because if they keep adding these amazing fragments and aspects every season, yeah, I don't see why anyone would be playing a light subclass. The difference is just too big. Just think about it. The abilities, the stats, the buffs, this subclass has everything. In my opinion, they're going to introduce the changes to the light subclasses with the Witch Queen expansion, which is still far away. And if till then we still keep getting aspects and fragments, which I'm pretty sure we will, it's only gonna get crazier, as mentioned. And you can nerf all the stasis supers all you want, but if the neutral game is just so much better, both for the abilities and the stats, I honestly don't see myself swapping to the light subclasses, especially when we're talking about modes like competitive or trials. Touch of Winter, the new stasis aspect for the hunter, this one is absolutely crazy. I did upload a separate video for this aspect right here, where we took a closer look at how it affects all the grenades. So if you want to take a look, it will be in the description. The grenades go to the next level. The snap grenade is insane. The Duskfield has a radius that is just so much bigger than the normal one, and the Glacier, that one is also really strong. So why would you use any other class, as I said, when it comes to light subclasses, when you have crazy things like this in the game for the stasis? There's just no reason to do so. Let me quickly show you the third build that I had at 100 stats, and just look how it affected this one. Right here, you can see that we have two stats, intellect and mobility, at 113. That means that we can just move around those mods, get recovery to max, and then once again invest in either resilience or discipline, strength. The point is, guys, this will help you out a lot. So jump in, grab these fragments, and start working on those beautiful double 100 and triple 100 stat builds. We got some more beautiful videos on the way, so stay tuned, and don't forget to jump into those streams, guys, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday here on YouTube. We're also starting to stream on Twitch every Wednesday and Friday around reset time. So yeah, hope to see you there. And as always, have a crazy beautiful day.